so here we are live for our live readings, and a little bit late, but hey ho.
Technical hitch.
Technical issues we had, so sorry for being late if anyone was already waiting. And hello to those who might be watching already. If you're watching from my Facebook group, please post your name. Please write your name each time you post a comment. Because otherwise we won't have your name. So we're doing readings today, and we have a little prompt for you all today as well. So this is the spread we'll be using. Mel will be reading with her tarot cards, and I still have my angel and oracle cards. But yeah, whatever question you have or area of your life, then this is the spread that we'll be using today. Hello, Romka. Thank you for joining. It is lovely to see you. If you have a question or area of your life that you'd like this guidance for, then please let us know. So, I just clicked on something. Not good. Oh my gosh, how annoying. Okay, we had a little bit of a technical issue, and now my PC is also being annoying. You know when you
Well-being. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to let you go first with this one, Kat, just because you're more familiar with the spread. And then I'm going to do cards while you're reading.
And I, as usual, must have more than one deck. So, Romka, if you can just give me a number from 1 to 4, then I'll choose the deck for you. Whilst it's not super busy, I'm just going to be asking people to choose their own deck. Just 4. Okay, I thought so. That's actually the one that I was going for, but then it's the Angel Oracle. So we do have angels with a message for you on your well-being. Okay. So what does Romka need to know about her well-being? And whilst I was shuffling, and I'm just going to be choosing the cards for you, Romka, if you can just, for a second, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. If you're obviously not, I hope you're not like driving or anything. I'm sure you're not, but please be safe. But if you can, I just need to cover that, you know. Please put your hand on your heart and say, thank you, angels, for revealing to me what I need to know. I am willing to listen. Okay, Ronka, so in regards to your question about well-being, I can see that there have been not a doubt, but a little bit of a, oh gosh, obviously words as usual are eluding me right now. Okay, let me show you the cards maybe first and it will come to me. So you have Inner Child Healing card. Hang on, let me make myself a little bit bigger for a sec. Inner Child Healing, that's one card. That's your strength, Romka. So that just suggests that you have been actually doing a lot of work and really listening to your inner self and to your, even addressing things like, you know, trust in yourself and also being able to have more play in life or enjoyment from what it is that you're doing, just in general. It doesn't mean just having enjoyment during the hours of not working, let's say, but also just in your everyday life. And you are really doing or making big strides towards listening to yourself and your own intuition and what your heart needs. But I feel like there is a little bit of, it's not really doubt in yourself that you have, it's the delivery of the messages that, gosh, how do I want to say this? So I feel like it's almost like taking your confidence back, but taking the confidence back is causing you stress, if that makes sense. It's not even a baby brain, yeah. It's not even a question of whether you know what to say or how to act in certain situations. It's more like being brave to actually do it. And I feel like that internal conflict is kind of like creating, well, anxiety within you. And now the challenge card. So we have the strength, heart, and challenge. You have the holy love card, and that there are a couple of things here. So I feel like there might have been might be a feeling of support that you've lost since your mom's passing, and that sort of support, emotional support, is a little bit missing, and not I want to say sort of fueling that confidence that you have or had once or and have now, but you're trying to sort of, you know, live it, but it's just a little bit difficult without having the support. Now the Holy Love card is also a card of Mother Mary, and Mother Mary can help us with any lack, let's say, in the area of feeling nurtured, supported. Yeah, so I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I feel, Ramka, that for you, you just need to find some ways to nurture yourself a little bit better. I hope that makes sense. It's about, yeah, that's the only word that's coming to my mind. It's about nurturing yourself. And when I talk about nurturing yourself, it means, you know, when you're in a bad mood, when you have emotionally stressful day, you need to find a way to really give yourself space and time to process these emotions without unnecessary guilt or unnecessary, let's call it, time constraints. You know, if you're thinking, oh, I can't be feeling this way right now because I don't have time, for example, right? That's not the best way forward. There is some sort of nurturing that you need, and yeah, I mean, it kind of has to. What I'm getting from this is that it kind of has to come from you, nurturing yourself, finding a way to nurture yourself a little bit more, and not be so hard on yourself, because you have, like I said, the inner child as your strength. So we're doing the strength, heart, and challenge. Your heart is telling you to listen deeply, because I feel like you're actually receiving all of these messages already. So you know kind of what I'm talking about. But now it's time to really nurture that side of yourself. Whether it's nurturing during hard times or nurturing during confidence when you're trying to find the strength to be confident, etc., etc. It just needs a little bit of love, motherly love, I want to say. So I hope that helps.
Okay. Wonderful. So I've pulled some cards for you as well, Ronka. And what I'm getting a sense of is that there's there's a call to bring some balance back. I feel like, looking at the cards, you've been doing a lot on your own, and it could be work, it could be home. In fact, I suspect this is in more than one area of your life where you've been feeling like, I've got to be in control, I've got to get things done, I've got to take care of everybody, I've got to do this, do that, and a bit of like pressure around you. So what I'm seeing for you for your strength is that you've got people around you who can help. And you might need to rely on people a little bit more because you have got that option. This could be friends, this could be people through work, it could be family, but there are people around you who can help you with your well-being by not relying on them, but by shifting some of that pressure out, because I feel like it's all on you at the moment. And there are people who will help and who will gladly help if you ask for it. And it might be that you're not the sort of person that likes to ask for help, and you think, no, I'm okay, I've got this, I'm going to carry on. But actually, there are times when there is no shame in saying to people, do you know what, can you deal with this? Can you deal with that? Because I just need some time out. And there's no shame in asking for that at all. So I'm feeling like with the strength that you have is the people around you. You're not on your own. It might feel like that, but you're really not. And these people will want to help as well. And you can reach out and just say, I need you to take care of that, and I need you to take care of that. And I feel like you'll be able to do that. What your heart is desiring at the moment, all of the cards very much linking quite nicely here. We've got the Justice card, which, like many cards in tarot, have multiple meanings depending on the context and the cards around it and the type of question we're asking. But in this situation with well-being, I would say this means balance, which again would tie in very nicely with the other cards that I'm getting. But Justice is about just bringing in that little bit of balance, because when it's all work and no play, or when we're giving to other people but we're not receiving, we can do that for so long before it becomes unsustainable, and it can make us feel really poorly. So you are called to have a bit more balance with your well-being. If you're not taking that time out for self-care, start to introduce that into your day, even if it's just 20 minutes a day, just on you, whether that's meditating, whether that's putting your favorite tunes on and dancing around the living room. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's got to be just for you, to bring that bit of balance in. And balance for me as well, and what's popped into my head, is also balancing like our chakras as well. So if you are feeling a bit like, I've got so much going on, you might be called to just sit and bring some balance to your chakras through a meditation practice, through breathing techniques, through Reiki if you do Reiki yourself, or if not, you can go onto YouTube and find something lovely and sit and listen to it, and just focus on the breath coming up and down and bringing that balance back into the body, which will help to balance what's going on around you as well. It all starts within. We can affect what happens around us by focusing firstly on ourselves and bringing us back to balance. And then the challenge, which connects in again with this balance, is that you're trying to do everything yourself. You're trying to take the lead. You're looking after everyone. I feel like you're really independent as well, which is no bad thing. But sometimes with independence comes, we find it uncomfortable to ask people for that little bit of help. So there's another nudge there for you it's not all on you. Being responsible and independent is great, but it's not all on you. And sometimes we need to rely on other people around us to ease that burden somewhat. So I hope that resonates. Thank you for your question.
So we have Arjun asking about a particular day. And whether it will be good and if everything will go well. Sorry, I was just like, so yeah, Arjun, if you're still there, just let us know. As you can see, this is the spread that we're using today, so we can have a look on that day and see what the strength of that day will be, or how, what strength you're bringing into that day, what your heart wants you to know, and what could be the challenge. Yeah, and if you could just give me a number from 1 to 4 as well. If you're still there, Arjun, that is, of course.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
So I'll let you now go. Yeah, I mean, and then Arjun, if you could just give me a number from 1 to 4 as well, that would be perfect. Okay. Mel, whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah, I am. I didn't know if we wanted to wait for the number from
Arjun.
Arjun.
No, you can start. You can start.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I've got the cards ready. So we've got a couple of other people lined up as well. So just to say, we've got Sasha, we've got Zoe, and then there's somebody on Facebook. We've got Facebook user. So if you could just pop your name in. StreamYard doesn't pick up names from Facebook, annoyingly. Just let us know your name from Facebook. Okay, so you've got number 2 for Arjun, and I'm going to...
It's so funny because I literally just grabbed 2 before you gave me the number. I just thought I'll just go ahead because people are coming in.
Awesome.
Okay,
so Arjun, I'm going to do your reading now. So you're asking about the 26th of March, which is this Sunday. So the strength for you on Sunday is that truth and clarity is coming. So if you're waiting for an answer to something, all will be revealed on Sunday. So that's quite exciting. What it's saying for your heart's desire, what you're actually looking for, you're waiting for some news, you're wanting a phone call or an email or some sort of communication from somebody, because we've got the Page of Swords here. So you're obviously waiting for some news to come in, and that's what you're wanting. I am seeing some unconscious fears and some anxiety around this news that you're waiting for, but that's something that's just within you. So it's nothing to be concerned about. But truth and clarity is coming for you. And the challenge I've got for you, it's difficult with this one to know without knowing what area of your life. The challenge, we've got the World card. Now, the World card can represent wrapping something up and completion of a cycle. So it could be that you're wanting to finish something before you can move on to something else. The World can also represent travel. So it would be one of those 2 areas. So I hope that helps. Over to Kat.
Okay. So yes, as we have the 3 card spread today, you've actually chosen a deck that just has short messages. And what we have here is, first of all, your strength in your heart is telling you to be really confident with what you're coming in, and be trustful of your uniqueness, your skills, your talents that you have. So there's nothing, if you're thinking that you maybe are lacking anything, you're not lacking in anything. So whatever happens on that day, if you've been preparing, if it's something you've been preparing for, then you basically, what I'm getting from this is that you basically done all that you could have done, to the best of your ability. Your heart just wants you to celebrate that you have done all the best that you could at the time, because we have a card called Dance Away, and the strength says revel in your unique beauty. Now the only challenge is to rise above anger. So if you feel any anger, frustration within you, just let it go, because you really have done all that you could. So I don't know, that could mean that maybe whatever results that you're waiting for are not exactly what you maybe would like them to be. But either way, I see it as a win because of the first two cards. So yeah, don't beat yourself up too much. Whatever the result is, even if it's a little bit lower, than you maybe would wish for. So I hope that helps. Okay, so I think we get Zoe, Sasha, and Alex.
Yes. So we've got Sasha
What?
next.
Pardon?
We've got Sasha next, and then Zoe, and then Alex. You're welcome.
You're most welcome.
I don't think you've got anything to worry about either, because I did see the sun card
Yeah.
for you. So I think it's going to be quite a good day for you. Exciting. Okay, so Sasha, so what I've done, we're using this 3-card spread tonight. We're looking at the strength of a situation, what your heart desires, and what challenges may be around certain situations. So what I've done is I've asked for some information around, so you might soon be seeing somebody from your past after 3 years. So what I'm going to look at is that whole situation with you and that person, and what you need to know about it. So really information coming through from your guides. What do they want you to know about this situation? So the first card I'm seeing for you in the strength position is the Star. So this is about hope and optimism. So I feel like you are quite an optimistic person. You've got some hope there. You're seeing the positive and you're feeling like you're hoping it's going to go well. So when you've got this mindset, that can actually really affect what happens for you. So you're not going into this with, there might be some anticipation, but it's not a dense, heavy feeling. It's quite light and hopeful. That's the strength there. Your heart's desire for this situation is you're hoping for some sort of celebration and lovely experience when you meet again. So again, this ties in with the hope. So you're feeling hopeful that it's going to go well, and you're wanting this lovely sort of reunion with this person. Now, the challenge card that I've pulled is the Empress. Now, the Empress is interesting because the Empress card can represent a mother figure. So it can be that the challenge you've got is somebody's mum. So that could be a mother figure or a person that really cares about you, who's quite protective over you, who has your best interests at heart. That might cause you a bit of challenge, because it might be that you feel like, well, this is what I want, but I've got this person telling me that maybe this person's not good for me. Or it could be another person in your ex-partner's life where there's a little bit of interference there, not coming from a negative place, a space of love. But obviously, if it's an ex relationship, there might be somebody around you that sort of feels like, is this a good idea? So that's just a little bit of a challenge there, just sort of lurking in the background. But it looks like it's going to be perfectly fine, and you're hoping for a nice positive experience. I don't see anything here that suggests it's not going to be.
Okay. So Sasha, what I have for you is, we have the Emerald card that says calm your mind, body, and soul. That is in your strength. So I feel like, the encounter with that person, you're actually not specifically nervous about it. Or if you were, then you're able to just calm yourself down. I feel also that whatever maybe heartaches or any sort of hurt, if there was any towards this person in the past, has dissipated. So you're not going into this meeting with some sort of heavy baggage, which is always great, right? And then for your heart, you have the gold, attract abundance. So that just tells me that you are coming in with a very, first of all, friendly approach, but also kind of being open to whatever happens, and there's not a lot of heavy expectation. It's a very happy news, and I'm gathering from your message, it is happy news for you that you're seeing this person. The only challenge, I suppose, that we have, although overall you've got very positive cards, so I don't feel like there is a huge challenge, but we have the cayenne color, and it says build your confidence, and the color is blue. So I feel like it's just building your confidence, around speaking what's on your mind, speaking what's on your heart, because you don't have to hold back, is what I'm kind of feeling from this. We're coming in with a very positive attitude. Your heart is full of happiness, I want to say, ready for this encounter. So don't hold yourself back if there's anything that you want to tell this person or discuss with them. Yeah, just don't doubt yourself, and everything will be okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so although it is a challenge, it is definitely something that you can overcome. And with the blue color, I like to do very short, sometimes visualizations, not meditations, but like exercise to clear any blockages that we might have relating to the chakra, because it's blue. Before the meeting, you can, if you feel stressed out around speaking about the things from the past or things that you want to talk about, just imagine blue color washing over you and just calming you down, so you can speak freely and everything will be fine.
Right, so I've just popped a comment in there, but I just want to find out if Zoe is still with us. So Zoe, if you're still here, let us know. And could you also let us know an area of your life that you would like us to do this 3-card spread for? So you can just say work, love, spiritual journey, family, well-being, something like that. And then we can pull the 3 cards for you. And then if Zoe's not here, we'll move to Alex.
You're most welcome, Sasha. By the way, whilst we're waiting for the comment, everyone, we do ask for any thank you donations. If you feel like making any, in the description, there's a link for our PayPal. And also, if you're interested in private sitting for a little bit longer, a little bit more in-depth reading, then please head over to our website, each of our websites. And we both have a shop on our websites in which you can select the reading that you're looking for. So just...
Awesome. Yeah. I haven't heard back from Zoe, so I don't know if Zoe's still here. So if she is, let me know, but I'm going to move to Alex. So Alex has asked for work and love. So I think
it would be just one.
Yeah. Well, shall I take work and you take love? Would that work?
We can, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to get very mixed if we try and pull for 2 areas. So I'll focus on work for you, Alex, and see what we get. So. Okay, work. Strength work. Okay, so your strength at the moment, Alex, in your work situation is that you are wanting to or entering a new beginning. So we've got an ace card here. The aces represent new opportunities. It could be that you've just started a new job. It could be that you're entering a new phase in your job where things have changed a little bit. And the Ace of Wands is all about forward movement and motion. It can represent travel, but very often it represents moving forward with something. And it can bring us that sense of drive and passion. So this is, you're quite driven and you're quite ambitious when you've got these sorts of cards, and you're quite excited about your job, and looking forward to seeing where it's going to go with this fresh sort of energy around you at the moment in your work situation. So that is a real strength. There's nothing suggesting you're fed up or you're bored or anything like that. So that's a real strength in your work situation. Your heart's desire is the 10 of Pentacles. So this might be that you really would like some more money. It could be, or wouldn't we all? It could be that you're looking for a bigger salary. You really want some more recognition. 10 of Pentacles is abundance in all areas, and you want to be really abundant in your work, and that's your heart's desire there. So that drive that you've got to move forward and push forward is what will help you to achieve your heart's desire of having a bit more income and being more successful. So use that passion and that drive that you've got to get your goals, to get to where you want to be. And then a challenge I'm seeing, this is quite an interesting card, because this card can come up when we feel a little bit powerless. So in a work situation, I've pulled this card before when I was warned against a job where the person I was going to be working with was quite a strong leader, quite overbearing, and that can leave you feeling a little bit powerless sometimes. So there might be somebody in your work situation where you feel a little bit under pressure from them. You feel like you're not allowed to make any decisions because this person's quite overbearing and bullish. So that might be a little bit of a challenge for you around work. So I would tap into that drive that you've got and push through that, because if you've got that kind of spirit and that kind of nature, then these challenges could be quite easily overcome. So I hope that helps, Alex. And I'll move over to Kat for her read.
Please let us know in the comments how it resonates. And if you could just clarify for me, Alex, if you are already in an existing relationship or you're looking for love. I felt like you might be looking, so I'm guessing you might be single, but please let me know if that's not the case. When I was shuffling the cards, I have felt a lot of hope from you in that situation, but also quite a bit of anxiety. And the cards are kind of confirming that for me. So you are a very, what they're telling me is that you are a very loving, very sensitive person and very open. That you're divorcing this year, okay? So but I'm feeling like you're feeling quite hopeful about potentially being open to new relationships after your divorce? Or are you asking about this particular divorce? If you know what I mean. If you could just clarify that for me as well. Because I was feeling a lot of hope when I was shuffling the cards. So I'm getting the sense that it's good news in general, looking into the future. Okay, so yeah, I mean, okay, well, that makes sense, because you have, so your strength is love. It's literally, the card is called love. And as I started saying, it just tells me that you are open, you are a very loving person. And when you are in a relationship, you give it all. You might be, I don't know if you are, or if you know much about your own astrology, but I feel like you might have a lot of maybe water energy within your chart, whether it's actual sun sign like Cancer, for instance, or Scorpio or Pisces. You don't have to have those, but it's kind of that energy that I'm feeling where you can really open up emotionally to another person, which is your strength, because I mean, isn't that personally, I think it's a great way to find someone new and find love in general. Aries, fire. Okay. Now, the other card, which is your heart, is the card called Trust. And that's pretty much what your heart wants you to know. And it wants you to trust the process, right? And trust that you will eventually meet someone who is going to heal the situation and also just be the right person for you. So this is the strength in the heart. So you have a lot of love, you have the trust that, someone will come in whenever the time is right? There is no rush. However, the challenge we have is a refuge. It's called refuge. So that tells me that there is that the challenge towards finding new love is maybe one, the anxiety and stress from the previous relationship and not being trustful. Maybe not trustful, but just being afraid that it might repeat, right? That history can repeat itself. But also perhaps there is a little bit of an isolation that you have been going through recently. It doesn't have to be anything big, but isolation in the sense of life wants you to go out a little bit more. If you see what I mean, you're gonna have to go out right? And not hide yourself away, basically. So it will require a little bit of work of you being open and authentic and just yourself, with a heart full of trust, basically. It's it's not an easy feat, I think. I mean, from what you said, going through divorce just now, this is, to me, that's just a little bit in the future. There's no, I don't feel like this is something you should necessarily worry about right now. Maybe not even this year, but just keep all of this in mind. Once you feel ready and everything's done and dusted, then just need to get out there and just work on the fears that might be stopping you from getting out there. So I hope that helps, Alex.
All right. So the next person on the list, we've got Pooja. So hello. What I've done is pulled a few cards for you. So you're saying that you need some clarity on a current project you're working on. You're having some doubts about it. So what I've done, we're using the 3-card spread that's on the screen. So we're looking at an area of your life, a strength that you have in that area, what your heart desires, and a challenge that you may face. So I pulled a few cards around this current project. Obviously, I'm not sure what the project is. But the first thing that jumped out at me is the 9 of Swords, which is all about worry, stress, anxiety. Overthinking very often comes from this. So if you've started something and then you're like, oh, I don't know if I should do it, and then you carry on doing it, and then you stop again, and it can cause a lot of mental overwhelm and anxiety, but it is in your head and it is manageable. So it's not necessarily that you're doing the wrong thing. It's just something that you will need to overcome if you really want to complete this project, if you're feeling driven to do it. And it's about tapping into whether it's your intuition saying to you that this isn't the right thing for you, or if it's just this anxiety and this, I'm not sure if I should be doing this, which can just lead us to procrastinate, stop start, and cause us all sorts of problems. So what I'm seeing as your strength is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is all about the material. It could be about work, it could be about money, and it can be about your home. It's material wealth and the physical stuff around us. So the Queen of Pentacles is very good, usually with money. The Queen of Pentacles can build a beautiful home. She looks after her things around her. She's very earthy. She's very usually looks after her belongings. She doesn't sort of misuse anything. So that's your strength, is that you are somebody that's good with money, that's good with your home, that's good at managing the things around you and likes to make everything look really nice. If this is in a work situation, then it shows somebody who is conscientious and wants to do a really good job and cares about their work. So that's your strength. What I'm seeing for your heart's desire is that you're waiting for some news to come in. We've got the Page of Swords here, which is wanting some news, wanting a phone call, wanting a communication from somebody. That's what you're wanting. So I don't know if you're waiting for somebody else, or if you want somebody to give you a sign that you should be doing this, or give you information that this is what you should be doing. And you're looking for that information, that clarity and confirmation, maybe from somebody else. And what I'm seeing for the challenge you've got is the Devil card. The Devil sounds awful. Don't be put off by the name of the card. This is when you feel like you're doing something that you're a bit stuck with, and you feel like, oh, I've started this now, so I can't stop. And you can feel a bit bound by it. Of course, the thing is with the Devil is you're not bound to anything. So if it's something that you're feeling, do you know what, I'm really not enjoying this, you can just ditch it. You can just say, I'm going to cut my losses. I know I've already started, but it's not what I want to do, and I'm just going to come away from it. And it's just dropping that mental overwhelm before you make that decision. Because obviously once you've made the decision, you might not then want to go back to it. So my advice would be with this, because I can see it's causing you a lot of anxiety, is tune into your gut and figure out, is this what you want to do? Is this something that you're passionate about? Yes. What does your higher self tell you? And that needs to come from within. If you think about completing this project and you get excited at the prospect of completing it, go for it. Because anything that's a big, long project, I can see your comment there, it's a study project, it's going to be hard work. And in order to get through the hard work, you've got to be passionate about it. Otherwise, you're just going to ditch it. If there's no passion there, maybe that's not the right project for you. So just imagine you finished it. Imagine how you'll feel. Will you feel relieved because it's out of the way, or will you feel excited by what you've achieved? And that's your answer there, really.
Okay, Pooja. So I have 3 cards for you as well. And whilst I was shuffling, I felt that the main sort of energy around this is that you're just not trusting yourself enough. If you have any sort of ideas and instincts that are trying to, come out and to be included within that project in some way, then please trust yourself, because the biggest sort of block on your way right now is your own self-doubt. And the cards that I have here are, so the first one as your strength. That's interesting what you actually said about you're looking for clarity from your higher self, because your strength is delve deeper into self. So basically listen to yourself a little bit better. Not better, I mean, you are already listening. It's just actually putting it into action and trusting that this is what you're meant to be doing. Because I feel like you have very strong intuition, instincts on what to do. Your head is full of ideas. It's just a matter of actually just then putting it out there and not doubting yourself. And also, your heart, for the heart card, it says joy can be found simply. So, it's almost like it's telling me celebrate the little wins as well, the small wins. So sort of approaching the project that might be quite large, I feel like it might be quite big. Just counting down the milestones that you have already completed, celebrate that as well. Don't worry about, the outcome eventually, because you'll get there anyway. But in the process, just make yourself, let yourself celebrate a little bit. The challenge is in feeling what is actually necessary within this project. So what to include in this project, what to, what is necessary. I don't feel like there's actually anything more that I need to say about this. This is the only challenge. So don't doubt yourself and don't doubt your ideas. Just sift through them to choose the one that is actually necessary, and then everything will be fine. Just don't overcomplicate it. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, it's easy to get into that overthinking of, am I getting fed up with this because it's just really hard, or is it because I'm not meant to be doing it? But I've just pulled just a couple of clarity cards there, and I've got you learning a new skill, and learning the determination is one skill as well, to stick with something. And then we've got the Fool card, which is about taking a leap of faith. So I do feel like this is probably something that you will really enjoy if you stick with it. So break it down and
break it. Because everything, big projects are scary when we look at where we are and where we need to finish. So just definitely take small steps and celebrate each of them once completed.
Yeah, it's easy to get overwhelmed with massive projects. I do as well. I just don't start them. I just think, it's too big, it's too difficult. So I have to break it down.
Oh my gosh.
Have to break it down, or I just can't cope.
One step at a time.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Wonderful. Right. So, Shelley, coming over to you next. So, what we're doing tonight, Shelley, is this 3-card spread that you see in the middle of the screen. We're looking at your strength, your heart's desire, and a challenge in a certain area of your life. So I can see your question, your comment there. So let's see. Okay, you're feeling a bit lost. You've got an unexpected pregnancy, and now it's stopped your creative projects that you were working on. Okay. Let's see what guidance comes up. Let's have a look. And of course, you wouldn't hopefully have to stop any projects permanently. Obviously, it depends what sort of creative projects they are, and if they're stuff that you can't continue to do for a while. Let's have a look and see. So, oh, it's interesting. Right. Your strength, Shelley, the card that I've pulled, is your ability to walk away from things, which is a strange strength. I don't think I've seen that one before. But the card is showing that, you know, if something's not quite working out, or if you're unable to do something, you can go, right, okay, fine, I'll ditch that then, and not sort of get too attached to things. And that's showing up as a strength, that you can just turn around and go, right, okay, new direction, off a pop. And some people struggle with that. They struggle with massive change. And yes, it can contribute to you feeling lost as well, because it's a whole lifestyle change that you weren't anticipating and you didn't plan for. But actually the strength is showing that, you know, even through that, when you've got that uncertainty around you, you're able to go within for a little bit and then say, right, okay, all right, I'm going in this direction now, and literally turn around and walk in a new direction and cope with that really quite well, better than the average person. So that is a real strength that you've got there, that you are able to do that. It might take you a little bit of time, of course, if you're in that limbo stage at the moment. Your heart's desire is coming up as the High Priestess. So this is all about, the High Priestess can be creative, but the High Priestess is intuitive. So it's like your heart's desire is to use your psychic abilities and your intuitive abilities and your ability to go within and meditate. That's what your heart is asking for at the moment, is that you tap into your strong intuition that you've got, and sit with that and meditate and go within, because you've got quite, again, there's a bit of a strength there that you're able to do that. But that's what your heart is asking you to do. Take a little bit of time out, sit and go within, and just tune into your body and what your body is telling you. And a challenge we've got here, I'm just going to see if I can get some clarity, although this could be nostalgia. The challenge is the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups represents things coming back from the past, but it can also represent us feeling nostalgic and missing things that we've had in the past. And this is connected to the Emperor, which is like the father figure of the deck. So this is something to do with something connected to your past and a father figure that might be creating a little bit of a challenge for you and some emotional upset. So I don't know if that resonates, but that's the area of challenge for you around here. But just dig into your intuition, just sit and go within whenever you feel challenged, because you do have all those answers within. And I feel like you've already got quite a good, strong connection to your intuition. So that shouldn't actually be too difficult for you. So I hope that helps, lovely. I'll pass over to Kat.
Okay, Shelley. So I have angel cards for you, because I felt like they want to speak to you about this. And what I got is that you're actually in the perfect time, even though it wasn't unplanned. It's a perfect time for you to have a little baby, because your strength card is a yes card, saying yes. And the heart is holy love. But this holy love is a card of motherly love as well. This is a card of Mother Mary. So I feel like this is something that you might have internally been wishing for a little while, wanting to take care of another, to kind of like bring to life your motherly instincts, your motherly nature. So I don't feel like this is actually, because of these two cards to start with, that it's actually going to stop you from pursuing anything of your creative projects in any way. If anything, it's just a blessing that came to you at the exact right time, for the reasons of your desire to be a mother. The only challenge card that we have is the card of surrender, and that just means don't worry, just go with the flow and everything will be fine, because whatever is happening is, happening in divine timing. It was meant to be. And sometimes if you might need to make little adjustments and changes or little slight delays here and there, it's not the end of the world, basically. Everything will be okay. Don't need to be nervous or anxious about this. It's actually a beautiful blessing. So I hope that helps, Sherry. You're most welcome, Shelley.
Just looking at your comment as well, Shelley, it might be good to do a little bit of inner child healing for you as well. And, you won't pass anything on. If you had difficulties in your childhood, you won't pass anything on. But what might be useful for you, for your well-being, is to, you can have a look on YouTube and find some inner child healing meditations or visualizations, and you can do those just to sort of heal yourself from that. So that just reduces some of that anxiety for you.
Okay, so I just wanted to quickly say, because we're almost out of time, and I know that Beth has two questions. So I'm happy for us to answer just one, because like I say, we're almost on time today. If any of you are interested in a longer reading, then please let us know. In the description, there are details to our websites, and you can just visit our shop on those websites. And also we are open to any thank you donations, which you can see the details in the description as well. That's always very much appreciated. And if it's okay, Mel, if you want to go ahead and give a reading for Beth for one of the areas, then
Absolutely.
Go ahead now.
That's absolutely fine. So I'll choose family. So Beth, coming to you, I will do you a reading on family. So we're using the 3 cards in the center of the screen, just having a look at what is your strength when it comes to your family and your family connection and the family dynamic. What does your heart desire, and what sort of challenge might you have? So what I'm seeing for you for family, your strength is the King of Swords. Now I'm just going to check and see if this is a person or an energy. Yeah, the King of Swords. We've got 2 people around you actually. The King of Swords it's usually a male air sign, or somebody with tendencies of an air sign. So somebody who is quite intelligent, very good communicator, can come across as being quite aloof at times. This is a person that's around you, and this is your strength when it comes to family. So it might be a partner, but it's somebody who is your strength when it comes to family dynamics and family relationships. There is somebody around you of that sort of description. Your heart's desire, I'm just going to check with this one. Okay, so your heart's desire is the Knight of Cups is the romantic of the deck. So sometimes this is when we're looking for love, when we're looking for somebody to show us some love, or we're looking for somebody that we really like to ask us out or something like that. When it's connected to family, it might just be that your heart's desire is to be shown love by your family, and family can include a partner, of course. So this is wanting to be shown some love, wanting to be whisked off your feet, maybe taken out, looked after, cared for. That's what your heart is desiring within your family, is that you get that little bit of TLC and nurturing energy around you. The challenge you've got is around new beginnings, and this can be a work card as well. So the Ace of Pentacles is when you start something new and it connects to money or work. And that's the challenge around you when it comes to your family. So whether this is a new job that could be getting in the way or causing a bit of a problem with you and your family, maybe you're working away from home and you don't get to see them, or you're working long hours and you're not getting to spend as much quality time with them. There's something connected to this new beginning where money is concerned that is causing a little bit of a challenge for you with the family. And looking at this with your heart's desire, I think that's something that you might need to speak up about and just say, I want to be taken care of a bit more. I want to have a bit more affection. I want to be shown a bit more love, because sometimes people don't realize that that's what you want. And you have to sometimes tell them for them to understand. So I hope that helps, Beth. I'll pass you over to Kat.
Yeah, so Beth, if you're new here, I don't think I've seen your name before. Just so you know, we are on live every Thursday, so you can come back next Thursday to ask about your finance. However, in the meantime, I have pulled one card for you from the Angel deck, and it's the card of healing energy. So I feel that whatever is troubling you around the family, needs healing. So if there is some sort of a conflict, there's no point right now trying to push anyone's agenda, whoever is in there that might be pushing something. If anything, I'm feeling more of the need for retreat, time for yourself a little bit, and healing during that time, because I feel like whatever might be happening is not exactly going to resolve itself unless we all just take a little break. So yeah, just take some time to heal, whether it's healing from any past situations, conflicts as well, because like I say, anything that kind of comes up now might be colored by the past that happened, so it's not going to sort of resolve itself. So if you can have a little quiet time, because I don't know exactly what family you're asking about here, whether it's your family that you created or is it your parents, brothers, sisters, but it needs some sort of a timeout for everyone, including you. Have a little bit of healing first before we can all speak out openly. So I hope that helps, Beth.
Funnily enough, just as you were saying that, Kat, I got the temperance card pop up, which is all about healing.
Yeah, so there you go.
It does that.
Yeah.
So definitely a sign for you there, Beth, that some healing is needed.
It's about your grown children, right? Yeah. Sometimes we just need a little bit of a timeout.
Yeah.
Trying not to push anybody. If something's trying to push their agenda on you, then retreat. If you're trying to push something, someone stop for now and just, retreat, regroup, and then come back with a clearer mind. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for joining. As I mentioned, we are pretty much every Thursday. If one of us is not available, then probably the other will be on a Thursday. But yeah, there will be, the time will be always scheduled on YouTube and my Facebook group. And if whoever's watching is interested in working with angels in any way, then you can join my Facebook group, because that's where this live is coming from as well. It's being broadcasted as well on my Angel Club with Kat. So yeah, thank you and see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah, see you next Thursday. Okay, thank you, everyone. Bye.